Hi, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading from April 22nd through the 28th. It's good for the Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign of Scorpio. Just keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person. So it's not going to resonate with all of you. Take the message if you feel it applies. If it doesn't apply, leave it behind. It could be meant for someone else. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email and some preliminary pricing is in the description below. Send me a message. I'll respond to you right away. And then be prompt with your response after that, so I can get you in my schedule, you guys. If you're new to Soma Chandra Tarot, welcome. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. And if you're a cross watcher of another zodiac sign, you're welcome to view the message. These messages could be for you as well. Just keep in mind, I will be reading from the point of view of Scorpio, so you might have to swap the roles to help it make more sense for you if you're a cross watcher. I am going to do a Celtic cross for you guys today, but we will take a look at love. I debated back and forth with your guides, and they said do a Celtic cross, and we will look into relationship for you guys. I know a lot of you are showing up for love, but not all of you. So, this week is about creating through the ashes. Skull of Flowers, Scorpio. This is about having a clean slate. When the Skull of Flowers comes, there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again and to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want rather than just settling for less. The Skull of Flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. So, through adversity, through the ashes, you guys are given a blank slate to work with, and you will be starting fresh, and you're meant to be creating through the ashes. It's a time to remember that you're not supposed to settle for anything less than what you really want. And if something was taken away from you or isn't working out, it's because you're meant to create something different and new. Your advice from Spirit is the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. This is about mutual attractions and coming together. The Two of Wands holds still and plans for a future. It's where a person has a decision to make, but they hold still and watch from afar and need to discover more before picking a path and moving forward. You're supposed to be planning for the future this week before you progress. You have some decisions to make and some things need to be discovered before you pick a path and move forward. Make sure your personal goals are where you want them to be. Don't be afraid of the unknown. This is not the week to lack a plan. Also, Two of Cups. This is really beautiful. This can mean a mutual attraction. I do see the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, I got the Queen of Wands here too. This could be two different people. It could be you and another person. So this is about needing to have a heart-to-heart conversation, either with yourself or someone else. It's a time to focus on partnerships where there's a mutual attraction, not just romantic. It could be work, friendships, your work, your job even. It's even about having a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself in the mirror if need be. This is about talking to someone before you pick a path to move forward this week. You may have a very important conversation this week where there's a coming together. You need to come together and figure out how you're feeling emotionally in a situation, and then you can spread your wings and fly. You're meant to create through the ashes this week, which is beautiful. Let's see what comes out for you guys. We do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So, up until this point, Scorpio, you could have been dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. This can be mom. This is boss lady, mommy mode, highly creative energy as well. Some of you guys have been getting into very creative projects. You might be very close to your family right now. This is a person that has very high standards as well and holds court. I like that. You could have an Empress in your energy right now, or you are embodying her energy. But let's see what comes out. Spirit, show me Scorpio, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Scorpio. From April 22nd through the 27th, 2020, Earth time, please. Show me the future. Show me this week for Scorpio. And keep in mind, if we don't like what the cards say, you can do things to change them. This just might be what happens if you sleepwalk through life, right? Course correction is a thing. Show me Scorpio right now this week for the week to come. Three of Cups. What's the challenge or the catalyst? What's contributing to this for Scorpio? Queen of Pentacles. Nice. What's driving Scorpio? What's driving Scorpio? Two of Wands. There it is again. What else is driving them? This is I like you like me. Let's see where it goes. I'm feeling emboldened to look towards the future, watching, waiting. Doesn't he look like Freddie Mercury? I love that. Okay. What else is driving them? Eight of Swords in reverse, not being all trapped in your head about something, knowing you're not the victim in a situation. What was the past leading up till now that's important to see? What was the past leading up until now? Six of Pentacles in reverse, unpaid debts, lack of equal give and take. What else was in the past? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You guys could have been hurting financially in the past or gone through some instability where there was a lack of equal contribution. I think you guys shut that down with the Two of Swords in reverse, but that wants to go back. Okay, what's their crowning thought? What is the advice that their own soul is trying to give them all the time? The Hierophant in reverse. What else? What else are they thinking about all the time when they're at their best? The Fool in reverse. It's at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. But Knight of Pentacles here as well. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. What action are they taking this week? Four of Cups in reverse. I like that. What other actions are they taking this week? The World in reverse. Something is not quite finished. What's the hidden factors deep within? Hidden factors? What's hidden deep within? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're looking a little exhausted about something. What's around them? Show me the person closest to Scorpio in their environment right now or that situation. Seven of Swords in reverse. What else? Knight of Cups. Okay, Romeo. What else? Ace of Wands in reverse. It's at the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Cups. The Devil. Five of Swords is coming out. This person is Romeo. They want to pour their heart into something, but there are delays in this situation. This person, I'm going to start with them and we'll move forward because it wants me to stop here. They want me to put these back, but they wanted to come out. So I want to stop for a second and start here. So this person is a Knight of Cups, okay, Scorpio, and Knights aren't like committed. They express and they take action. This person is a younger person, I think. They want to pour their heart into something. They might feel a little guilty. They might be kidding themselves or cheating themselves. They might have been caught being Romeo somewhere because Knights come and go. They do pour their heart into it. It's a very charming, creative, romantic person. This person is having a hard time being flexible or adaptable. They might have a guilty conscience. They might be kidding themselves or cheating themselves or keeping a secret. They might want to turn over a new leaf and all of a sudden pour their heart into something. But there are delays with this person or this situation. They're not really sure how much growth potential is here. They're kind of distracted. They lack direction. Okay. And they have a lot of choices too. They might be doing some wishful thinking. I have the Devil here and Five of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. This person is dealing with something that makes them feel chained and bound. The Devil is an attachment that's not good for us usually. It's an addiction, restriction, desire, insecurities, something not entirely good for them. Or it's a Capricorn energy, which means it's something they're really chained and bound to, an obligation that they can't get out from underneath. And this person's willing to fight for something here. This person's showing me conflict. This person might win at all costs for what they want, okay? These want to go back, though. What are Scorpio's hopes and fears this week? This person's going to pour it on, but they have a secret and there's not a lot of growth potential as far as they're concerned. If it's dating or relationship, this is a person that sure makes you feel like they want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend in the moment. okay? Because they really pour their heart into it. But Knights aren't tied down, they don't see growth potential. They're being strategic in some way. And if it's nothing like that, this is a person that is pouring their heart into something, but they're pretty distracted and they feel some kind of a guilt. They might be having a hard time being adaptable if it's not a guilt thing, like a feeling of unworthiness, possibly as well. Okay. Because for some of you, this is like a friend or a kid of yours or something like that. Or that you want to pour your heart into your environment and you're feeling like you're cheating yourself in some way and there's delays and distraction and you're not sure how much, like this person or you towards this person, there is love here to be expressed, but it lacks growth potential. And I don't know that this person's being honest with themselves about that. And they've got some kind of a demon on their back. And they're a little conflicted with that Five of Swords. When I see the Five of Swords and the Devil, this person might have to fight for something that they want. And I don't think they're entirely aware of the fact that the situation might be bad for them. Let's put it that way. And they're distracted by all their choices. They might even be doing wishful thinking or living in an illusion, fantasizing about something maybe. Okay, show me Scorpio's hopes and fears. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. You are hoping that you can calmly move away from something that you want to walk away from something, Scorpio. And you want to make sure that when you do it, you can just do it calmly. I think you're wanting to walk away from something that's really hard for you to walk away from. You're pretty disappointed, or you're afraid of being disappointed and having to leave a situation or a relationship or something. But I think you'll do it if you have to. I think you'll move on to something calmer and more healing. I think you're feeling some disappointment and withdraw, but I think it's something you know that you have to do because it will bring healing and calm and balance into your life. I think you're hoping for healing in some way. Okay, what's the final outcome? And we'll go through this. Five of Cups, some disappointment. What's at the bottom of the deck? But the Three of Wands, planning for the future, I see. I have a Two and a Three of Wands, planning for something and having a lot of foresight. Okay, so the Three of Cups is at the center of it all for you. This is fun. This is fun. This is celebration. This is friendship. This is creativity and collaboration at the center of it all for you this week. So, if you're dating, it's like openly dating. You're going to get creative. You might date more than one person. We're open about it though. If it's nothing like that, it's celebrations. It's focused on the bonds of friendship, getting really creative with others and doing creative collaborations. If you were thinking of doing anything like that, here's your sign. And it also might be related to family or business, Scorpio. If you're thinking about doing any collaborations in regards to work or with your friends, um, the contributing factor is the Queen of Pentacles, or the challenge is it practical? Can I be nurturing in this situation? I think you feel like you might be kind of mommy in a group right now, because the Queen of Pentacles is providing financially and a working parent and very practical and nurturing. And she cares about family and career. She always takes a very concerned, practical approach. And if it's dating, it's like, will it turn into something serious and grounded and mature? With this Queen of Pentacles, sometimes this is a third party situation with a married woman. Hopefully, it's nothing like that. The Three of Cups is not in the reverse, though, where it would be a secret and three's a crowd. Now, it might be, but what I'm seeing here also is something career oriented for you guys, or something with friends that is fun, that but it's like, am I taking the most nurturing practical approach here? Is it grounded? I see. Okay, what's driving you is the Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So you're holding still, gazing into the globe, trying to figure out which way to go, planning for something, waiting, watching from afar, making a decision. And you need to discover more before you do that. This is the Two of Wands here twice. Spread your wings. You have a mutual attraction between yourself and another person, or a situation that looks good to you. You're gazing off, trying to figure out just you're just picking a path to move forward, and you're no longer wanting to feel like a victim in a situation. You do not want to feel like your hands are tied. You don't want to be trapped in your head with negative thoughts. You're facing an inner critic. You might have some self-limiting beliefs, beliefs about yourself that limit you, but you're trying to release those thoughts and open up to new perspectives. You're like, I'm not walking around like this in my own head. I can't do this. I have to move forward and be in a mode of discovery. And I'm not going to get all trapped in my head. I like that. You could be watching a person from the afar. Now, in the past, leading up till now, for some of you, you might have had some financial problems because the Six of Pentacles in reverse is needing to take care of yourself and not being able to take care of others. That caused unpaid debts and some one-sided charity, right? And that might have toppled you financially a little bit. Perhaps in the past, you weren't able to contribute to your family, and you were concerned about long term stability and equal contribution. It could also be a situation where you got out of a relationship with a person or even a job where there was a lack of equal give and take, and you couldn't be so generous, or someone else couldn't be so generous. And as a result, there was no stability. It could have even caused like divorce or something like that. What your soul is telling you all the time is the Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus. The Fool in reverse, which is Aries. Sometimes it's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or Sag. And the Knight of Pentacles, that's a Capricorn energy. So for some of you, your soul is telling you, leave that big company that you're working for. Maybe now is not the right time to go to school, or if you do, is it learning just for the sake of learning? It's maybe telling you, march to the beat of your own drum, or somebody else wants to. This can also be about an unconventional relationship because the Hierophant is Taurus and the Hierophant is the system. The Hierophant is spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, conformity, tradition, the institution. It's an investment. It's taking a really modest approach. In the reverse, your soul is telling you, don't, be careful not to cling to old ways. Focus on your personal beliefs and freedom. It's okay to challenge the status quo. And if you can't, and if you don't want to listen to what friends and family and that big bank and that big company and that big school wants you to do, or that serious relationship, just think, what is the lesson? Can I be my own best teacher here? And can I be open and honest with everyone involved if you are lacking in commitment or wanting to leave? I think you're afraid to take a risk. Your soul is telling you, don't be risky. Don't be foolish. These are two cards of a lacking in commitment, but also having a hard time with a beginner's mindset. This is the Fool is the clean slate where we move forward. It's time to create through the ashes. Don't be afraid to leave the past behind, Scorpio, and take a leap of faith forward. Just don't be foolish and don't be reckless. And if you're not ready for commitment in a certain way, in a relationship or a job or even a creative project, it's okay to say so. They just want you to do the right thing and take it slow. Put one foot in front of the other. Make sure you have a good routine. Make sure you're conservative. Make sure you work hard and you're productive. But take it slow. Stay close to home. The Knight of Pentacles can be a little stubborn. Sometimes he has a hard time expressing emotion too, but he will do the right thing. He's a good friend. He's a good family member. He's a good partner as well. He just goes really slow, and sometimes it's at a bit of a standstill. Just make sure you're able to express emotions. And if you need to take it slow and stay close to home, that's okay. They're saying do the right thing. Just put one foot in front of the other. A routine is really important for you. You can't be going taking some big risk, and now might not be the best time for you for a strong commitment. Just make sure you're not clinging on to something old, and let go and have freedom and think for yourself in a situation if you really need to. It looks as though you want to, but you're not sure how quickly you can move forward. I get it. It's like this Knight of Pentacles is putting a halt to this Fool just jumping off the cliff. So I think you're trying to be very practical this week with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Your actions for the week are Four of Cups in reverse and the World in reverse. So the Four of Cups is about emotional reevaluation. This little guy can be really mopey. The Four of Cups is about like emotional reevaluation and apathy, and like focusing on the negative and focusing on regret and refusing all other offers, like nothing's good enough. It's like How about this one cup up here? What about the other ones? This week you're going to get tired of doing that. I think you might withdraw a bit and retreat and check for inner alignment, but this week you're going to be like, I'm tired of focusing on the negative. My life is passing me by. This week is a week of almost completing a cycle as well. Now, this is about the world in reverse is about delays and needing to seek personal closure. It's about delayed success. If it's health, you might decide to abandon a treatment plan that you were on, or there's a stagnation. You might feel like you're unable to complete something and not able to move on and move forward. Make sure you're making good choices, in particular in relationships and decisions about health as well. It's also can be a lack of communication. Make sure you don't take shortcuts to get somewhere. This is the world is about a completion and an integration and a sense of belonging and accomplishment. If it's a relationship, you could be at a distance from this person and that they might come back. But make sure you're making the best choices. If there's some stagnation or you've been left to seek personal closure on something on your own, just give yourself time to do that. You've been in emotional reevaluation about something, and it's time to pick a path and move forward so you can complete that cycle. Hidden deep within is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is self development. This is sometimes having a hard time working on something. This is a misdirected activity where we work on something because we don't have anything better to do. Make sure you're not burning yourself out. Make sure you're not expecting perfection. Make sure you're working on something for the right reasons as well. Watch out for being distracted this week or not being able to focus on putting any work into something. Your soul might be telling you, don't work on this right now, or hey, if you want to complete this cycle, you can't expect perfection. You do have to focus and you're going to have to put repetitive work into it to make it happen. And if someone else won't do that, then they just won't. Again, your person is showing me, or in your environment, this is a person or a situation that will really, they expect a lot of love and a lot of creativity and a lot of charm. And it could be about beauty and being imaginative and creative in regards to, I don't know why I'm feeling like cosmetology or something like that. This is a person that's very charming and romantic and beautiful and likes beautiful people, but this could also be about wearing a mask of some kind, for better or for worse. And you're not sure that there's a lot of growth potential in it, and they're not either. I think you're just trying to seek calm and solitude this week and walk away from something because, yeah, this person might be pouring into it, but I don't know that this person's trustworthy or this situation's trustworthy. They might be keeping a secret and they're not being as flexible or adaptable as they want to be, and they don't really see any growth potential in something. So, yeah, this Knight of Cups looks nice and all because he'll pour his heart into it, but the surrounding cards didn't look good. So, I didn't like that for you guys. I think you're going to end up dealing with a little bit of disappointment. Fives are not bad, okay? Fives are about conflict and loss, which bring change. Always change with the fives, okay? Always there is change. Fives are necessary. This is where three cups spill and two cups are usually left standing. And we are disappointed and pessimistic. We feel like there's some failure and some regret, and we cry over spilled milk. Try to get this card into the reverse, no matter what this situation is about. It can usually be worked through. It's like, okay, this is a personal setback. I can forgive myself or anybody else involved, and I can move on. I can think of solutions. Focus on what you do have and not what you don't have. Because in the Five of Cups, three cups spill, but two cups are left standing. And the two cups that are left standing are from the Two of Cups, which is about a partnership and love and attraction and something bringing out the best in us. This happens in relationships, with work, even creative projects. If something doesn't go right, focus on what's right and not what's wrong, and it will help you move on and move through it. Because I do see you guys watching and waiting from afar, waiting for some ships to come into you that will help you progress and expand. You seem to be thinking about the future. And I'm seeing two cards of distance and travel possibly for someone. So something could be out of far at a distance from you. Um, I think you're going to stand back and wait for something to come to you this week. And I think you are thinking about the future. You don't feel like your wings are clipped. You feel empowered to do so. And I think it will bring some stability to you with the Four of Wands and a good foundation and the Ten of Cups. I love that. So that's emotional stability, divine love, great relationships, harmony, total alignment. I see the Queen of Swords down here too, which is someone that comes up with a great solution. You could collab with an air sign this week, or you've got air in your chart. This Queen of Pentacles and this Queen of Swords, she's a couple cards down, but deep within, there's a solution to something. It would need independence, unbiased judgment, clear boundaries, really direct communication. And I see we're getting over a broken heart. I love that. Focused on optimism and healing. What's at the top of this deck? Justice. There you go. Fairness, balance. You might have a choice to make moving into May. It could have to do with law, the law of some kind, but not necessarily. This is about marriage. It's about court. It's about justice being served, examining the cause and effect of everything, and knowing that someone needs to be true and fair. Because when justice comes, it's justice is served equally in a good and a bad way. So, needing everything to be fair and balanced, you might have some kind of a choice to make in May. Make sure you read all the documents involved if it has to do with illegality. They're pulling back. They're saying we're done. Okay, Scorpio, that's your reading for the 22nd through the 27th. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you guys. I love that you're being so practical. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Scorpio. You're my favorite water sign. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.